welcome to Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. And joining me today is none other than the East Tennessee heavyweight champion. You might know him as a Double X superstar and the baddest man on the planet. It is Maxx Able. Max, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, Max. Now, you're currently the reigning and defending East Tennessee heavyweight champion, and you have been on a tear as of recently, especially after that big win at the Bunkhouse Stampede for School of Morton.
Oh, that's right, man. It was that was a tough battle. I didn't think the kid Connor would put up that tough of a battle, but man, he gave me a run, but at the end he just wasn't enough to finish the job against Maxx Able, me.
Well, that's absolutely right. You gave the crowd a show inside the bunkhouse. I've got to say that for sure, especially with everything that took place with him there, Max. You gave him that Big Mac slam. You manhandled him from one side of the ring to the other, and it seemed like you were in control the whole time. It didn't seem like he was even ready for your offense, just to be honest with you.
You mean I thought he would be, because I mean we faced each other so many times. If you look at our history, I mean we've worked each other at many shows. Even at SOM, we've worked each other. But like, man, he just couldn't. Okay, Casey, I saw that. Boo you too, pal. But anyways, no, I mean Connor, I thought he put up a better fight. But I mean, he got me a couple times in that cage. But man, he just at the end, we all know who came out on top. And it was me. And,
absolutely.
And that guy, Casey Kazan, I don't know if you even watch the end of that. When I was pinning Connor, he held up just a little bit for that 3 count. I don't know if anyone else saw that. Because I didn't notice it in the match. But, like, I watched it back and I'm like, okay, Casey, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, but you can see it in the footage a little bit, when it's there. So,
without a doubt. I mean,
we got a little bit of that, Max, there. We can show just a hair of it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Of what's going on. I mean, it looks like he's trying to get the best of you here in this footage as it comes through.
I mean, he was throwing some haymakers in there because, like, I was giving it everything. I mean, he got me with a few moves in there, like, got with luck, power, luck. I mean, I was just caught off guard, but man, he thought he could get me. I don't even know what that one was.
As a big gorilla splash in the corner there, Connor's just going at it right here against you. And he's making it look like it's easy here, but something's about to take place here. And I don't know if he's really ready for it.
Yeah, he thought he could stop me and get me up there and do something, but he don't realize I take advantage of any opportunity I can, and there's no rules in that match, so I just, gave him a little touch to the Adam's apple, put him in that sleeper. Everyone thought, oh, he's just going to hold him asleep. No, I had other plans. I had plans to put him in the move that he made famous. I mean, watch this. Pure beauty. Oh, my gosh.
And that's all she wrote right there, Max.
Watch this. Watch this. See, Casey can't handle other people being in the limelight. Like, he's this big NWA superstar. I have respect for the guy. I mean, we've trained together at the JPWA, but man, he can't stand other people being in the limelight. I mean, it drives me insane.
Well, I think Casey's really got a problem. And Casey, I'm sorry, I'm going to put you on the line here while I've got Max here. But I really think Casey's got a problem because he didn't lose that title. He had to relinquish that title, that East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship title. So do you think that there's a hint of jealousy there, Max, that not only you won it, but you currently can beat him at any given time being the East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion?
I could most definitely beat him. I mean, he can try to beat me, but here's the thing. He has to have his big brother to defend him most of the time. Because, like, I mean, look at it. Look at him. I mean, Casey what has he done? Like, look here. I have respect for AJ and Joe, but Casey has been carried by his dad and his brother throughout everything he has done. Like, I've done everything on my own. I haven't had any help. So I don't understand. I've been the one helping other people, but no one helps me. I ain't keeping nothing warm, pal. It's staying here with me, son.
It seems like there's a lot of animosity in between you and Casey, and it's really starting to come to a head right here on the show. It seems like He's saying he's going to get that title back, and you're saying he's never going to get it back. So, Max, we've got to put you on the spot with this one. Are you going to give Casey Kazana another chance at that title once his foot heals?
See, that's the one thing. Is his foot going to heal? Because, I think first he needs to go get checked by a doctor. He needs to be, I want to see a clean slate of bill or health or whatever, because I don't want him to go complaining like, only reason you beat me is because of I don't want to hear it. One, I want to make sure he knows that I will beat him and keep this title. So we can put it on the line, but I still think there are other people who are more deserving to challenge for this title.
Would you say like one Logan Ragnarok?
Now, Logan, I would give him a chance. He's been putting it to that Javan, whatever that guy's name is. I mean, he's been putting a little is on it. So I've noticed it. I'm like, all right, son, come on. We'll give a little, oh, he never lost it. Sorry, you're at the bottom of the line. Work your way back. Anyways, but Logan Ragnarok. Logan, he's kind of caught my eye. So you know what? I think I might let him get a chance at this title. Work for it.
Well, I think he would be somebody that might be deserving of a shot, especially since he's never had a big title run or a big title reign or a shot at that East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. And with the things that he's done in the ring with Javen Myra and also Devon Belcher, he has proven that he can fight with the big boys. Wouldn't you say the least, Max?
Oh, he can fight with the big boys all he wants. But the thing is he going to last? I'm a strategist. I will stay going. My thing is he going to be able to keep going and be able to even put me down? Because, if you look at it, Connor slammed me twice and couldn't keep me down. There's been several people who have tried, and they haven't successfully slammed me. They've gotten lucky, but they haven't been able to keep me down. I'm on a winning streak, and this winning streak's going to keep going as long as I have this title around my shoulder.
Now, Max, I mean no disrespect by this, especially by talking about somebody who's going to be a future opponent of yours one day. But do you think you can get up from a German suplex from Logan Ragnarok? We've seen that thing be more than effective on more than one occasion.
Look, he can try to German me, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to give you a complete honest. He's going to have to find some type of will to even German me, because it takes a lot of force and luck to even pick me up. I am an immovable object. What I hit comes down. I am like a freight train coming through. People are scared to get in the ring with me.
They're scared to get in the ring with you, you say. Who would you say is the scaredest to be in the ring with you?
Oh, I got a few. Evan Golden, he tries to stay away from me. We worked about a year ago. I slapped the living crap out of his mouth. I slapped the taste out of his mouth, basically. We've worked twice, actually. We worked at SOM and SPCW. I don't know if you were at that match, and it's on my Instagram page where I just slapped the taste out of his mouth. It was the greatest thing ever. Let's see. I want to put TKO. TKO's not scared of everything. I have a lot of respect for that man right there.
TKO was on the show a couple days ago, and he said that he would be up for any title, anytime, any challenge, anytime. So I think that would be a awesome match between you two if it ever becomes to fruition.
Oh, I agree. I think me and TKO would tear down the house, but I think at the end, it would just be me on top.
Well, Max, would you be worried about the Saviors, per se? Would you be worried with what's going to be happening there? I mean, Mantis has his back. Don't you think so?
He might have his back, but Mantis needs to remember I've beaten him also. Mantis came close to beating me, but close doesn't count. It only counts in horseshoes and grenades.
That's very true, if you only knew how true that was. So, moving on a little bit, let's go all the way back, Max. Let's take it all the way back to wee little Maxx Able. Max, who was your most memorable wrestler, and who did you look up to and want to be when you were little?
So this was probably in 2007. I remember going to my cousins. I wasn't a big wrestler fan. It was more other sports, but my cousin had a Royal Rumble party, or it was a birthday party. We watched the 2000 Royal Rumble. He's like, "Hey, you got to choose a favorite wrestler." So I saw a guy with star tattoos, and I'm like, "Who's that guy?" "Oh, that's Edge." "All right, I like Edge." And little did I know, he was the most evilest person in pro wrestling at that moment. He was about to do his run with Vicky Guerrero. That's when I started getting into wrestling, was the Vicky Guerrero. And then I did all my research. I did all my research on like how he was the rated R superstar with all his TLC matches. Like I, I I don't think people give him enough credit for being one of the greatest heels of all time in WWE.
I would agree with you. I think that he was probably the best heel that we've seen in the not only ruthless aggression era, but also some of the attitude era stuff that he did as soon as he flipped right before it changed. I think that he did some of the best heel work. He was so um, diabolical is the word I'm looking for,
Oh
in the
yeah.
way that he presented himself, the way that he moved, the way that his actions were, the way he listened to the crowd, and the way that he presented everything inside the ring to the people. It definitely took it to another level. So I would agree with you that Edge is definitely somebody to look up to.
Oh, I mean, like, if you look at it, he was the ultimate opportunist. He was able to go in there and take any opportunity he needed. And that's something I try to put in my career. If I get an opportunity, I'm going to take care of it. Because, like, he's or the master manipulator. He would manipulate the way to get what he wanted. I mean, there's a reason he was, 11-time world heavyweight champion?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And,
So
like, go ahead.
well, taken from that, you getting to watch this man each and every day, and you're learning something. You're learning the psychology by the way that he's doing it. Well, when did it click and say, well, if I'm going to be serious about this, I've got to find a school and I got to find somebody?
So this happened in 2019. I was, working the regular jobs like these other people. And, I was like, man, I, I just want to do this. I need to find a place that's going to train me in the best. So I looked around and I was like, it's time to do this. Let's make the commitment. So I was looking around, and actually Edge is the one who directed me to Dr. Tom Pritchard at the JPWA. Beth Phoenix was getting ready for her tag match at WrestleMania, and he posted a little snippet on his Instagram page about the JPWA. So I did my research, and I was like, all right, I'm going to move to Knoxville, Tennessee, and train under one of the greatest trainers of all time. Let's be honest, Dr. Tom. I mean, and Glenn was another one who was there. I mean, I got to learn under both them threes, but like Dr. Tom, look at all the guys he's trained. I mean, they're all top dogs in each of their own promotion.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are. I mean, you think about the toolage that he's got. He's got Kane, he's got Edge, he's got, like you said, Beth Phoenix. He helped with Natalia. I mean, he's helped with anybody and everybody who's been big inside the business. Hangman Page. I mean, so you're talking about all the big names inside the business currently and also formerly. So I would
Speaking of
agree.
Hangman Page, I want everyone to look. I know me and Shoop haven't been a tag team partner. I know this is a little off topic, but I want to give a big shout out to my boy Shoop. Yeah, he got he got the crap knocked out of him last Wednesday on AEW, but I want to give him a big shout out because that's been my boy since day one. We've had a little, bumps in the road, but anything Shoop can do, I mean, I'm proud of him. He just, I just wanted to give him a big shout out.
Well, let's speak about this bump in the road, because at one point in time, you guys were tag team champion, or well, tag team. You were a tag team working for the tag team championships. So talk about it. How did it kind of go down, and how did you guys decide that you're going to go different ways?
I got a little greedy, I got a little jealous because, he had all these tag goals. He actually tagged with Casey Kazana, which irked me even more because it should have been me. It should have never been him. They should have never been tag champions. It should have always been me. So I was getting a little mad. And then there was a match that happened where me and Casey Kazana worked bad magic. And there was a phantom something. I got hit and I got rolled up, and Casey Kazana didn't even come in and break the pin if you watch the footage. But, and then it just became animosity, It got more and more, and I got jealous, and I took him out. We ended up having a match at SPCW. It's probably one of a very amazing match. I don't think it gets talked about the way it should have. But, we had our beefs, and we ended up just talking it out. Me and him got in the gym, we worked out, we talked it out, and so we both agreed if we're under contract, we'll tag together. But let's go our separate ways. Let's try to do what we need to do to get ourselves over.
Right. And it seems like it's worked. I mean, look, you went separate ways, and yeah, he's been a champion in several promotions, and it may have taken you just a little bit longer to get where you want to be, but now you are the East Tennessee heavyweight champion, which means you can defend that belt all over Tennessee, all over it, and anywhere and everywhere in between as well. And it puts you in a different level, in a different bracket. And just to speak of the toolage of that belt, that title that you're holding around your waist, or well, around your arm, excuse me, you have to remember that title has a huge legacy in professional wrestling. Dr. Tom Pritchard, the Goldens, the Kazanas. I mean, you're talking about something that is going to hold its value for years to come, and nobody will ever be able to take that away from you, Matt.
No one will ever be able to take this, because I have worked my tail end off for this. Like, for 5 years, I have done everything that has been told to me. I show up, set up rings, like go and work promotions, drive 5 hours, drive 7 hours to do what is asked, and never got the credit that I deserve. But now they can't take it away from me. They can't say that I was never a champion. They can't say, oh, he didn't work his butt off, because I'm in the gym every day. Like before, I messaged you earlier. I was like, hey, I might be a little late. I'm at the gym. I'm working out. I try to take my diet as much as serious, but sometimes it is what it is. When you're champion, you get the good food sometimes. You get the little extra cheddar. But it's just like, I work my tail end off. I show up, but it's just like there are times it's not good enough for some of these guys who don't want to give me a chance, or they don't like my look. They don't like how I act. They don't like how I don't conduct business in the ring. Look here. I am who I am. There's some people like up north, I'm not going to name names, who won't give me a chance because I'm not one of his boys. I don't understand it. I've done everything they've asked. I mean, they can't even. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go.
Well, Max, you've been in this long enough. Sometimes it's a boys' club, and if you're in, you're in, and if you're not, you're not. And if you're not in, they try to make you do everything that they can make you do to make you quit and make you leave. But you've proven over the years that you're not going to quit. You're going to stick with it. You're going to hold yourself up. And that's why you're holding that title right there. Right. They may have not, I'll tell you the exact same thing that Bobby told me whenever we got fired. We were announcing for our company and we got fired. They kicked us off. He told us, he said, somebody's going to see the diamond in the rough. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be a year. It may not be 3 years from now. It may not be 5 years. But someday somebody's going to see that lump of coal and realize there's a diamond in it, and they're going to open it up and they're going to let you shine bright. And that's what's happened. You've shining bright now.
I mean, I'm at SOM. If you go and watch my very first match, it was a tag match with Shu, Von Miller versus the Gen 3 Express. I've been on a tear. I win matches. I'm in main events, and it's just like all the hard work, all the sacrifices I've made in the last 5 years to this point means so much. Like I could go on about my stories because, we'll get to there, but it's just like the last 5 years have been a roller coaster to get here. You lose friends, you lose relationships. I lost a fiance over this. Like, if you go and look at my timeline on any of my social medias, you'll see like all the hardship I went. Like, I've done a lot in this business in a short 5 years. Like, I can go on.
Well, it's not only that you've done a lot in the 5 years that you've been in the business, it's that you're continuing to do a lot for the business and with the business. It's like you said, sacrifice. You're sacrificing your time, your effort, your money, your ability to be somewhere. It sucks, dude. When you have to drive 5.5 hours, 6.5 hours to get to a show, and you've got limited time to make it and get there. A lot of people don't realize some of these places you have to be there by 12:30 or 1.
Oh, yeah.
To help them do whatever, and then not only do you have to be there, you have to work from the time you get there until the time you leave that night, whatever time that is. So, whether it's setting up the ring, selling your merchandise, putting a table up, putting a booth up, setting out chairs, whether you're cleaning restrooms, whether you're working concession stands, people don't realize the sacrifice that goes into it because you're taking it directly out of your personal life and your time where you could be with your family, you could be with anybody else, but you're sacrificing it for something, a greater cause, because you want to be something great. And that's what's on your shoulder right now, is the greatness that you sacrifice, the time that you sacrifice. And if you look at it, I mean, that thing is shining bright. You got that thing all shiny and scooped up and clean.
Yeah, I had to give it a little cleaning after that Casey Kazana had it. I mean, it was a little smelly, kind of, you know.
Absolutely. A little smelly, you say, huh?
No, I mean, I'll so we can go back 5 years if you want. We can go through my journey. We can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm an open book. So,
well, let's go from the JPWA. Let's say, okay, so you get into the JPWA, you get trained, you get your certificate, you get licensed, and now what? How does it happen? Where you go to get booked?
So at first I didn't know where to go to. So like, thank goodness I had. So in my class, if you go look, I'm the very third class of the JPWA. If you go look who was in my class, you'd be shocked. Like, oh my gosh, you were stars. I trained with Tyler Shoup. I trained with Jake Tucker, aka Channing Lorenzo, or Stacks as they call him, my boy. I trained with Ivy Nile, or as some know, Emily Anzulis. She man, she's a mountain, like she's a brick house. So it was like, and then like you had Dylan McQueen there, you had Kenzie Page Henry. So you had people there who were giving you advice. Hey, go here, try these shows. But so the best thing that happened with us, we had our very first match. It was a battle royal at a promotion that's no longer around. I don't know if you heard of it. It's 127 Promotions.
Yes, absolutely.
So 127 Promotions has a very, very special place in my heart. It was ran by Perry Hartman and JP Cage Jones. I know a lot of people, there's heat with them, but I have no heat because they gave me my first opportunity. They were the first ones to see something in me. So we did that, and I kept going back to 127, kept showing up. And like, they had nothing for me. I just sit in the back. And then finally, one day, I rode with Shoup there, and Shoup had a match, and they're like, all right, go manage Shoup. Like, this was before Shoup left the industry and came back. So they gave me the mic, and it was magic. They just let me kept cutting promos, let me have a mic time. And like, so they finally gave me the ball and let me run with it. And it was just a magical moment. Then unfortunately, we all know what happened in 2020. COVID happened. So right. COVID I was on a tear because like I started working for 127 USA Promotions with Burt Prentice, rest his soul. I was working all these other shows, and it just, when everything happened with COVID, it derailed a lot of stuff. Okay. Thank you, Eastwood. Thank you. All right, that's right. I'm going from Little Rock. Heck yeah, I'm from Russellville. Whoop Pig Suey, baby. Sorry, I had to get a little whoop pig in there because I'm around balls around here, and it drives me insane.
That's all right.
But so yeah, it was a lot of momentum, and thankfully I had a good mentor at the beginning. His name was, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Matt Riviera.
I have not. That's a new one for me.
So he was the lover boy. He is a former NWA World Heavyweight Tag Team Champion with Rob Conway.
I know Rob.
So they were tag team champions with the NWA. And he gave me a lot of advice. He used to run a promotion out in Arkansas called CWA. Would draw about 800 and 900 people a show. So he knew what he was doing. He would give me a lot of advice at the beginning. And so thankfully, it's just, I've had a lot of good mentors and people give me good advice saying, hey, go here. Hey, we'll get you on this promotion. I got hooked up with Pro Wrestling Mid-South, which was a former old NWA territory. So it's just like, I've been thankful to have mentors who have given me chances.
Well, that's what it's about, is people to give you a chance and to actually see what you see, or actually could see the diamond in the rough, like Bobby was telling me. They'll see the diamond in the rough one day. And look, so you move from the school, you start getting booked, you start moving into different promotions. Where did the Double X Superstar come from? How did the Double X Superstar come about?
So the Double X Superstar came around with So my name has two X's in it. And like I said, I love Edge, the rated R superstar. So I was like, okay. I saw the two X's. I was like, all right, I could do something with that. Oh, the double X superstar. So it's just like, I'm I'm a guy who just doesn't care. I put my X's on people. I don't know. I see X. I don't know. It's just something part of me. Like, but a lot of people have noticed when you piss me off, another gear switches in the ring. Like, I mean, Connor's figured that out. So many people have figured it. As soon as I get ticked off, another gear switches.
I don't even consider it another gear. I think it's another personality. It's like something takes a hold of you. It's almost like you get demon possessed is the only nice way to put it. And that personality starts coming out and you start making everybody and anybody pay that you're in the ring with.
Oh, without a doubt.
I can say that for sure. And then there's something else that goes on with the double X superstar, especially if he wants something. If he wants something bad enough, he's going to take over and beat anybody and everybody up until he gets what he wants.
That's 100% true. Because, look what I have right here. I have the East Tennessee heavyweight champion that everyone wants. But guess what? They ain't getting it unless I am dead, which ain't going to happen.
Very true, Max. Now, Max, we spoke a little bit earlier about your bookings and how you were moving and how you were getting through to different places, but you're currently booked in a lot of places and you're making some appearances in some big shows, such as one that's going to be coming up on February 7th, I believe. It's going to be the NWA JCP in Decatur. Is that correct?
Yep, I will be out there. I help with a lot of their behind-the-scenes ring stuff, so I do whatever Joe needs me. Sometimes Joe puts me in a situation where it doesn't work out for me, but hey, Joe Joe does what he needs to do because it's by the book for him.
Absolutely. And that's going to be February 7th, 2025. It's going to be in Decatur. It's going to be North Meggs Elementary School, not high school. North Meggs Elementary School. That's 22015 Highway 58 North, Decatur, Tennessee is when it's going to be taking place. Front row tickets on that are going to be $15. General admission tickets are going to be $10 at the door. And doors are going to be opening at 6 p.m. The bell time is going to be 7 p.m. And let me ask you here. So you've been around the NWA and JCP for quite some time, Max. So in your opinion, if you could have a match with anybody at an NWA at all, any promotion in NWA, who would you want to have the match with?
That's a big one. When Bubba Ray was still there, or Bully Ray was still there, I wanted to work him, but he's back with WWE. Ooh, that's a big one because there's a lot. I would love to work Trevor Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch would probably beat the living crap out of me, but I'd bring it right back.
Well, Trevor's watching. I just want you to know that. He's watching currently, so he just heard you.
Come on, Trevor. Come on. Another one would be, I wouldn't mind working EC3.
EC3 would be a really good choice, to be honest with you, especially the pedigree that he brought. Now, he was at the School of Morton a couple months ago, and he brought something very special to that, especially with the match he had with Tank. Were you able to get a chance to work with him and work under that one?
So I was not able to. I worked at the Greene County Fair, and then I did the tag team with Shoot. But unfortunately, due to scheduling, I was unable to be there. I had to be at other places because, under contract obligations, I had to go work other promotions that were paying me. So
I understand that completely. We wish you well. So that would be the second person that you'd want to work if you had the opportunity to work at NWA. Is there anybody else?
I think Knox.
Mike Knox. Knox would be great.
So funny story. So the first time NWA came here to Knoxville, I was a behind the scenes. I actually got to do a work a dark match. I don't know if you ever saw that match. It was against the Stu Crew. Love the Stu Crew. Great guys. They deserve everything they get. But anyways, we were walking to the bathroom and he was talking to me and I was like, yeah. And he walks away. I was like, wait a second. That was Knox. Wait, what? I was flabbergasted. I didn't realize that. I was like, I just had a conversation with a guy I used to watch on TV.
And still do sometimes, Yeah. So Mike Knox, I got a story about Mike Knox. So I was actually in a restroom one time and you're doing what you do. You're using the restroom and everything. Mm-hmm. And in walked somebody and they sat in the stall beside me. and all I hear is, "Oh God, oh God, oh God," and I get up, I wash my hands, and I walk out. And in the backside, he's still going off. So I'm outside the restroom, just waiting on somebody to come out of the other restroom, my wife to come out of the other restroom. And Mike Knox comes out and he goes, "I don't know who was in there, but you all need to put a caution flag up. You don't need to go in there for another 20 minutes."
I love Mike. Every time I love Mike. He's such a good dude, and he's so funny. But like, he's always, every time he sees me, he gives me a hug and said, "How you doing, brother?" And it's like he plays a real mean guy, but he's one of the nicest people I'll ever meet.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily that he plays a mean guy. I think that it's who he is when his personality clicks. Whenever you're totally a different person when your personality clicks. Whenever you're in your zone, when you're doing what you're called to do, when you're doing what you're made to do, just like you. When you get inside that ring, that personality clicks on you, Max, you turn into somebody different, and it's really great to watch. It's really wonderful to see. And if you don't know, you can catch him at SOM Legacy, which is going to be taking place on Ricky Morton's YouTube page. You can go to youtube.com and type in Ricky Morton and subscribe to that channel, and you'll be able to see him this Sunday take on somebody that he's already talked about. Logan Ragnarok is going to be there, and the match is official, Max.
Oh, it's official.
Do you want to say anything to Logan right now?
Logan, I hope you're eating your Wheaties because you're going to need them, pal.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to come down to the School of Morton and see him live, you're more than welcome to do. The next TV taping that's going to be taking place that Max is going to be a part of is going to be Sunday, February 9th, 2025. That's going to be at 128 Five Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee. And you guys cannot miss it. It's in a beautiful shopping mall that's down there, and they have such a great school. Go ahead.
Oh, they've done amazing with that school. I mean, from where they came from to there, it's a total amazing place. Like what James and Lisa have done with that building and made it so much better. Oh my gosh, it's amazing, and I'm so glad they have done it. I think where they're at now is such a great thing, because now we don't have to. I know it's further for some people, but I think it's a lot closer to Knoxville, to where they can get them Knoxville people to come in, because like that's a market that's just waiting for people to be there. And like
Absolutely.
I think, and like I said, I know NWA JCP is wanting to run more in Knoxville. You got KFW, who has a soft spot in my heart also, who's trying to come in there also.
Now, speaking of KFW, I like that you brought this in. This is a really good segue. You've worked for KFW in the past and continue to work with KFW currently. Is there anything special that's going to be coming up with Maxx Able there?
KFW likes to keep me in the bottom, because they never know when they need to bring out the XX superstar from them. But everything is very fun with them. I love the Henry family. They are so good to me. Like, Tommy's another one that sees a diamond in the rough with me and is like really took me under his wing. He's like, if you look at all the kids he has made superstars, from Hunter Drake to Franks to the daughters, I mean, he knows what he's doing. So I give him a lot of credit, because like my very first time I was there, I went to go help set up the ring. I think this was maybe, I can't even remember, maybe my third or fourth match. It was with Mike Kilgannon and Keith Gavins. Keith Gavins was supposed to tag with Kilgannon. Kilgannon couldn't make it, unfortunately. So like, hey, you want to run with him? And I go, sure. And then they tell me it's a Home Alone hardcore match. And I went, what? So my very first hardcore match was a Home Alone, and I took a power slam on the marbles, and I'm like, well, this is one way to get broken into the business this way.
Absolutely, it is.
Okay.
That's a nice surprise to have, and you don't ever know what you're going to be doing with Tommy. And Tommy's such a nice guy, man. He is phenomenal. I can't speak but only great things about Tommy inside the business. Tommy has been great to us. He's let us come and shoot video footage, take photos, talk to his talent. He's set us up with people in the past to come on the show, and I really can't say enough about Tommy as far as everything he's done for professional wrestling and everything he's doing currently for professional wrestling. I know that he got that big thing with NWA, and that was a huge deal for them to get signed with the NWA. And he's putting on killer shows out of the Newport, Sevierville, Knoxville area, and all over Tennessee
And the
and all
Maryville
over.
area.
Yeah,
Don't forget about that bar show
yeah,
in Maryville. I think that is the like. Have you ever been to there? To the
yeah. We were at the Bird and Brook. It's a beautiful place to be.
I think that is a very underrated place that gets like looked over. I don't think like because going from Sevierville to there, it's a different atmosphere. You're going from a house show to a bar show, and like I tell everyone, give it a shot. You're gonna love it. You're gonna find something there that you're gonna like different. You're gonna find the Page sisters who are I love them to death, but they're crazy throwing whatever at people, and then you got Hunter Drake who does all the flips. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do a 360 in the air because one, I'm tall. That's scary. I'm already scared of heights, so there's that.
Which is, it's kind of funny that you say that you're scared of heights, because like we saw earlier in the footage that we did from the Bunkhouse Stampede, you were on the top rope and you delivered a huge move off the top rope. Scare you crapless every time you do it?
Adrenaline. If you see me do I do the Vader bomb also.
That's the Maxx bomb.
A Maxx bomb, Vader, Maxx. Oh, it is what it is. But you know, I'm always going, well, if this is it, at least it's in the ring.
It's never going to be it, Maxx. Don't think it is.
No.
But yeah, man, you're absolutely right. The atmosphere is totally different going from the KFW in Sevierville at the big place, the Gary R. Wade up there, and moving all the way down to the Bird and Brook. The bar show is totally different. The atmosphere is totally different. It might be a little bit more packed on some occasions, but man, they pack the house out and the crowd is in it at both places, and it's totally different style crowds that are into it. You have totally different groupings that are going to be available for it, and vice versa. Whenever you travel, let's say to SOM, the crowd is totally different there as well, and they're always ready and they're always lively and they always have something to say. Is there anybody in particular that's inside that crowd or anybody that's inside that arena that just grinds you the wrong way, rubs your gears the wrong way?
Well, there was one, but she's no longer allowed there. That's a whole different story on a different occasion. But no, there's a man. They like to come at me, man. But like, I can't help it that I have all my teeth, and I don't have a list like them. I mean, my question is, how do you have a list with no teeth? That's my question. I mean, are they? I don't get it.
Well, that is a very good question. Unfortunately, I can't answer that because I still have all of my teeth too,
Exactly.
Max, to be honest with you.
So it's like, I mean, you know, they call Arkansas a bunch of hillbillies, but man, I see more hillbillies out here with all the no teeth. And I'm like, no offense to anyone out here, but it's just like, you know, y'all want to talk bad about my state? Come on now.
Now, I've got to play devil's advocate here, though, because these are the people that pay your bills, Max, on a daily basis. So for you to be that unjust with them, to call them a bunch of toothless hillbillies, that's a little rough, wouldn't you say?
I mean, sometimes the truth hurts.
Very much so. I would agree with that. So we know that you're working with SOM. We also know that you're working with KFW on occasion. You're also working with JCP on occasion. Is there any place that you would like to work, like Pro Wrestling Alliance or Ring Wars Carolina or anything like that?
I want to work for Ring Wars Carolina. I mean, I worked there one time back in 2022, but they haven't called me back because I think they're just too scared I might take all their belts away from them. Pro Wrestling Alliance, I worked there a couple of weeks ago in a triple threat. I beat the crap out of 2 kids, but you know, there's one man at Pro Wrestling Alliance who's been avoiding me for 5 years, and I think he knows who he is. It is one Toby Farley.
Okay, Max. Now here's where it's going to get interesting, because you're not the first man to call out Toby Farley on this show. And it seems like he's worked with a lot of people, but it's like he's avoiding a lot of people at the same time. So would you go as far to say avoiding you?
He's avoiding me, like, because here's the thing. Back at 127, we tagged with each other against the one Brothers of Seduction. I don't know if you remember that tag team. Beautiful tag team with Jake Tucker, Kim, and we lost. I blame him for it. But now I want my match with him because, like, he claims, you know, it's Arkansas versus Tennessee. Arkansas already beat Tennessee. Let me beat him, prove I'm better than Toby Farley. But he's too scared to even get in the ring with me.
One of the kings, if not the king of Southern strong style.
Oh, without a
And
doubt.
you're challenging the man who can make it deadly inside the ring. Are you really going to be up for the challenge, Maxx?
I'm up for any challenge. Bring it on, Toby. Toby, you might be the king of Southern strong style, but I'm the strong of Maxx style. So bring it on, Toby.
Now, yours truly, Pat Dooley, is here in the crowd, and he is the GM of PWA. And Pat, you're watching this live, so you're hearing what Maxx is saying about Toby Farley, the king of Southern strong style. Is it gonna be Maxx Able versus Toby Farley in the future?
Toby,
We gotta know, Pat. Send us a private message. Let us know if it's gonna happen.
it needs to happen.
Now,
Is that Connor Martin commenting?
that's Connor Martin. He said the double X.
There is a double X at KFW. He's in a mask. He's a very beautiful man. I think he's a good-looking person, but we won't talk about him. Put my title up for a match. No, I've already wrestled in a cage match this year. KC just needs to earn the title shot. Y'all need to understand this. It's not like, oh, I get a title shot. This ain't Oprah. You gotta learn it.
Now, speaking of PWA, we're kind of got off a topic here. We know that they've got some big matches coming up, Maxx, as well. And I know that you've been keeping your eye on Larry Cooter kind of closely, especially with the gauntlet that's going on with none other than Bobby Mitchell, somebody that you know very well inside that ring. Would you have any words of advice for Larry Cooter going up against Bobby Mitchell? Bruiser Bob.
Hey, watch out for his bite. It's a little devastating because Bruiser Bob, man, he is for a scrawny guy, he packs a punch, man. I've been punched a couple times, and I'm like, gosh dang, Bobby. But Cooter, keep your wits in on you, because man, it's it's gonna be a fun one. I think that match will be a fun one. I think the match will probably go to, that's a hard one. I ain't scared of no one. I'm just playing whatever. You know what, people? I'm gonna go away from you. I'm gonna talk about this match, okay? So I think I'm gonna have to give it to old Bruiser Bob. He's gonna take him to Meatbag City or whatever he calls it. Because here's the thing, he's a JPWA member like me, so he has a little bit of advantage of being trained by the best, Dr. Tom.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. I think that Bruiser Bob's going to bring something very special to that match with Larry Cooter. But more importantly, I think that yours truly, Pat Dooley, is ducking you here today, Maxx Able, because he's not going to give me an answer. He hasn't messaged me on Messenger. He hasn't messaged me in the chat. He hasn't private messaged me on my phone. So I think he's ducking you. So I want to ask you right now, Maxx, give him your best promo to get you and Toby Farley in the ring together.
You want to make money? Come on. Hey, you need to understand this. When Toby Farley steps in the ring with Maxx Able, the double X superstar, all you're going to see is money signs. Because here's the thing, it's going to be a sellout. You're going to have people from old promotions that I used to work out in Middle Tennessee, from USA Pro Wrestling, from 127, from even whoever. I can't remember because it's been so long. I've been hit in the head a couple times. Here's the thing. I am there to beat the holy crap out of Toby and show him who is the king of Tennessee now. So make it happen.
Strong words, Maxx Able. Pat Dooley, the ball is in your court, sir. He has called out Toby Farley. It's in your court now. What are you going to do about it?
We'll find out.
So now the big question comes, because we've got to circle back to this one. At Legacy this week, you're facing Logan Ragnarok in a huge match. And I have just been told it's going to be for that East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship.
Whoa. You know what? Fine. I'll put my East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion, my beautiful title, on the line against Logan. But Logan, I need you to understand something, kid. You're coming in to face one of the best at SOM. A man who's been on a tear and on a path to keep winning this title. So you better bring everything you got. You better eat your Wheaties. You better eat your protein, your creatine, whatever you need to do But even if you still do that, it's not going to be enough. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be on top.
Excellent, Max. And you guys can catch that match only at the School of Morton's page on YouTube. That's at Ricky Morton. Follow it, like, and subscribe to that. And guys, you can see Maxx Able coming up Sunday, February the 7th at none other than NWA JCP in Decatur, Tennessee at North Meigs Elementary School is where that's going to be taking place. And also Sunday, February 9th at the School of Morton right there at 128 Five Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee. And you know what, guys? Just for you all being here, we're going to offer you all a special promo code right now. If you click on this nice QR code, it's going to take you to this page right here at Ticket Leap. Go ahead and click on any of these shows, whether it's
You want to go to Legacy, not Mayhem. Go to Legacy.
Legacy is the one you want to see Max at, baby. And if you go there and you click on that QR code is going to pop up for you. Why don't you type in that nice little Arabbidb3aver code right there all together, capital RABID, capital BEAVER, and get you some discounted tickets today to Legacy and Mayhem both. And remember, guys, it's the only place where you're going to get to see this East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship go against one Logan Ragnarok. And let me tell you what, Max, I believe it's going to be a great match between you two. I hope that Logan gives you everything that he's got, but I also hope you retain that title in the meantime.
It's mine. And like I said, this is mine, and it's gonna be mine for a while. That's why this summer we're going on a grand tour. We're going on the Maxx Able East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion Tour, and gonna go around and defend this title wherever I can.
Absolutely, Max. I could not agree more with you about defending that title each and every place that you can go and everywhere that you can go. And I wish you the best on that. To let the people know, how can they follow you out there? How's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
All right. So I got a couple pages. I got my Maxx Able Facebook page. That is on Maxx Able. I got a Maxx Able Truth on Instagram. I post a lot of workout videos. I post a lot of promo videos. I post a lot of dumb videos because I like to have fun. And, oh, look at that. Look at that last photo. Oh, yeah. Look at that video. There's a lot of videos on there. Man. I mean, there's one photo with Casey. Unfortunately, I have to, because we were part of the unit till he decided, ugh. Oh, look at that beautiful guy.
Right
look
there.
At that. That's a beautiful man right there. But
that's a great photo, Max, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I try to post as much as I can. I'm a busy person, I have to go around shaking babies, kissing babies, whatever. I gotta talk to. I could put the East Tennessee title on the line, but Toby's got to be offering something to me to be putting that on the line.
Would his reputation be enough?
His reputation, maybe, I don't know. Hey, or if I win, he will hate this. He has to call the Hogs with me because he hates he hates Bama more. But we had a little trash talking this year when Arkansas and Tennessee played, and we all know who put on that one, Toby. Man, I'll make that decision when the match is happening, okay?
All right, Max. So if anybody out here is watching, would love to book you and have you in their promotion, what's the best way that they can do that for you?
Message me on Facebook. That's the best way. I'm always on there. I'm always reaching out, trying to create new deals. Instagram's another way, Facebook or Instagram. I'm working on a new system where it just goes to one thing, just to my phone, my email and all that. So yeah, but we're working on it. But the two places are Facebook and Instagram.
Excellent. And so coming up, you've got a lot of bookings here coming up, and you're working on getting into some new places. I know that you were talking about Ring Wars Carolina earlier. Mm-hmm. Is that one of the places that we're hoping to see you in 2025?
That's a big one. I'm hoping to get down there. That's a place that I feel like I can make a statement to where they know I'm a force to be reckoned with, because I worked against G Money a couple months ago at the tag team. Me and Shoop did. They got lucky. I'm telling you, they got lucky, and it still frustrates me that we lost because we should have won. But we'll talk about that another day.
If you had to choose the School of Morton to be your training place, what would be the one reason why you would choose them, Maxx?
You're gonna have to make me do this. I don't want to. One, Kenzie Page, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, is the head trainer. She's a great trainer. She's got a great mind for the business. She cares about making the business better. And unfortunately, Casey Kazana, man, we have our differences, but man, he trains good. He can do what it does. They bring the same training that Tom did for us. So I guess, yeah, Casey Kazana could do it. I mean, it's a fun time, but yeah, I think that would be best because of them two options. And then Ricky Morton pops in and he gives you a wealth of knowledge. So like, it's one of the places you need to go train at.
And you can catch that right there at theschoolofmorton.com. And as you see right here, they have a spot for you to answer questions if you have any questions or concerns. They also will go down and show you the experience, what can happen for you there. And the trainers, you get to, like you said, Ricky Morton pops in, the toolage of knowledge that he has and holds inside of his brain, over 40 years worth of wrestling experience, also business management, money management, helping people with how they're going to book themselves, how they're going to travel, where they're going to go, who they're going to talk to. And it's an investment in your life. And you guys can be ready for that and get there right there. Now, this happened last year in December 6th through 8th. Quackenbush was there at the School of Morton, and they have special guests come in from time to time. Just like before that, EC3 came in as well and did a seminar. And coming up,
man, I'm excited about this.
Is going to be there. Is that correct?
Oh, Santino Marella? Oh, he gonna be there. I had a little heat with him though. Not heat. He cost me a match a couple months or a year. Was it a year or two ago? I can't remember. I was in a dog collar match and he came in and attacked my manager who was trying to my lawyer who was trying to save me. And but it is what it is. So we'll let bygones. But I'm gonna have a talk with him about that one.
You're going to have a talk with him. I hope you do, sir. Now, he's doing a seminar and a tryout April 5th and April 6th. He's also going to be a part of the show Sunday, April 6th as well. And if you want to be a part of that, it's only going to cost you $100 per person to be a part of the seminar. As far as the show goes, it's just like any other show that they're going to be hosting. It's going to be the cash at the door. And like I said, if you enter that nice little promo code whenever it pops up under the Ticket Leap app that's going to be there, and you'll enter Arabbidb3aver, you'll get a special discount on those tickets as well. So you guys know that right now coming up front. And like I said, Maxx, when he's going to be there, you got a little beef with him, and you were speaking a little bit about it. Is there anything that you'd like to say to Santino personally right now before we go?
Santino, that cobra better not come out. One, I'm afraid of snakes. And two, there ain't a two. I'm just afraid of snakes. I don't want to deal with that cobra. So, hey, Santino, we'll talk man to man. I'm a man. You can talk. We'll shake hands, and we'll just, water on the bridge. But hey, if there are any wrestlers who are wanting to up their game, get their eyes looked at, come to this. I could probably give him one, but come to this tryout. Come to this seminar. You'll learn. You'll get better. Always keep your eyes on seminars because, you never know who's going to be there and who can learn.
Absolutely. And you got to realize that most of these people at these seminars have been to the pinnacle of professional wrestling. They've worked for the big companies. Not only have they worked for the big companies, they've got names and clouts and won title with the big companies, and they can tell you exactly how it's supposed to be and how you can move. And it starts with the little things, Maxx, like the School of Morton. We were talking about going to school there. One of the best things about them is they teach you to be television ready, which is something that a lot of schools don't do. Can you speak about being television ready for just a moment?
So, I'm going to put over Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom tries to get you television ready by working the hard cam. SOM will do the same thing. SOM will try to work with, your entrance, your everything. They will get you television ready because, they will push you to where, yes, television is great because here's the thing. You're trying to entertain the people through the TV. That's what we need to do. So they're good about it. They've helped me come along, help refine my tools to be better at television. But man, if y'all want to learn, come learn. Casey will teach you. Casey and Kenzie are on TV every week with NWA. They're the best to learn for us to do that.
Absolutely, Maxx. I think one of the best things about being television ready is you learn that there's only one shot, one take per match. You don't get to do it 30 and 40 times. You get one shot and one take per it. And learning that and learning how to work in the time frame that you're given for any given match on any given day, and you can prove it. Look what's on your shoulder. You've worked and earned that as a professional wrestler, as somebody who learned how to work the clock, work the camera, and look what it's gotten you. It's gotten you to the pinnacle of East Tennessee professional wrestling, Max. And we've got to say it right now, up front and honest. The School of Morton will be one of the greatest places to go, along with JPWA. Come on out and see what they can offer you. Go ahead and make that phone call today. Head over to the School of Morton's thing. Their website, sign up for some classes, special classes that they've got available for you. And you know what's going to happen? Your life will change in an instant.
And you might even get a chance at my title. You ain't going to win it, but you'll get a chance.
Extra great. So, Max, we've got one last thing before we go. Well, two, we've already talked about your bookings, how they can book you. Where are you going to be currently booked after what's going on? Do you have any other places besides the 7th and the 9th?
So this coming Saturday, I'm in Dyersburg, Tennessee at Pro Wrestling Mid-South. I will be challenging for a belt there, their unified heavyweight champion. I'm going to take a little ride, but they ain't getting this because I'm not defending this. It's just for show. So I'm going to go. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to win that belt. So I got some other stuff in the work. We're talking. I'm trying to get with another promotion with CCW in Nashville. I've done a dark match, or I did a pre-show match for them. It was a fun experience. And then anyway, I'm trying to get in with the NWA. I've had dark matches. I've gone to 74. That was a fun experience. We'll have to. I have so many more stories I could tell you. It's just we can't put it all in an hour, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can book you to come back if you'll stay with us after we're done. But before I let you go, you have merchandise available that you sell at the shows, correct?
I do. I have a Maxx Able XX Superstar. I have 8x10. I got some new 8x10s with me holding this beautiful thing. Well, sorry, I just can't quit kissing it because it looks so beautiful. I've got some new merch. I don't know if you've been seeing. I kind of drink a little bit. Sorry. Kids, if you're watching this, don't do what I do. Don't follow example. Gonna sell, but if you want, I'm gonna try to start selling shot glasses with my logo on it. Got all types of stuff, t-shirts, 8x10s, new shot glasses, whatever you want, I'm gonna be selling them.
Absolutely. And they can catch all that merchandise every place that you're booked that you just mentioned. So
That's right.
Pro Wrestling South, the NWA JCP that's coming up on the 7th, they can catch it on the 9th at the School of Morton, and anywhere and everywhere in between, Maxx Able. And tell the guys right now how much you're going to be charging for that beautiful merchandise.
All right. So I got a good deal. I charge $15 for a t-shirt. I charge $5 for an 8x10. Now I got a good deal. If you give it's all together for a package of $25, you'll get a shot glass, an 8x10, a t-shirt, and you get a picture with me with the East Tennessee title. And for all $25, I think that's a reasonable price. Get a cool shot glass. I don't know what you're going to put in it. Whatever East Tennessee's moonshine, I guess. I don't know. But that's all. And the shot glasses are $3 a piece.
Excellent. So you heard it here first, right out of the mouth of Maxx Able. Max, it's been a pleasure to have you on here. Stick around after we're done, and I will definitely get you scheduled in to come on back with us.
Sure.
But as of right now, guys, you heard it right here first. Maxx Able, the XX Superstar, the baddest man on the planet, the baddest man at the School of Morton, will be defending that East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship against Logan Ragnarok right here this week. Only on television will you catch it. Only on YouTube at Ricky Morton. You definitely want to subscribe to that channel. You definitely want to like that channel, and you definitely want to watch for it to come out, because when it does, we got to know, Max, are you going to be victorious, or are you going to let Logan Ragnarok steal that title from you?
I'm going to be victorious because, like I said, Logan, this is coming home with me. This is mine. No one else's. It belongs to moi.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Max, for being here. And until the next time, you guys heard it here first on Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. Bye, guys.